Hey guys, so I have done a year of the My Ireland box and I have so many stuff, and yeah, I thought let's do a recap, if that's the right word, of all the boxes that I got and what I'm using and what I don't use. And yeah, let's see. So my first box was May 25, and in that box was this book where I put my notes in of what I got. So I have a little bit of a hold on to what I have to get for each box. So that was this nice notebook. I absolutely love notebooks. I have, well, like notebooks. Oh, I have so many. I don't know why. Notebooks. Well, this one is nice to show you. I won this at the cruise. Little bit notebook. I have, but the thing is, all the notebooks I just show you, they're all been in use. Like I used one and then I changed it up, and this one is for something else, and this one, every notebook has its purpose right now. And then I've got a whole stack of notebooks that don't have a purpose and just waiting for those to be full. But I've made my own rules that I can't buy any notebooks anymore. Notebooks or pens, because both I've got plenty. So beside this notebook, there was this beautiful shawl, which I haven't used. I have a bag where I put all these things in that I don't want to throw away, because I feel like I should use them, because like this is such a pretty shawl. I don't know how to wear it, so it will stay, but I haven't used it in the past year. So, and then besides, well, the booklet and the recipe cards, there were also cookies and the spices and the fudge, and they're all gone. Obviously, it's just those didn't last long. So next, of course, June, which has this wallet. I love the tree and front, but I have a pretty good wallet. I have a wallet and a bag from Galway Crystal, nice and pink, you know, my favorite color. So yeah, I haven't had a use for this one. It's like, I have a good wallet, my boyfriend has a good wallet. It's just waiting for something to not be usable anymore, and then this one is lying waiting to be used, because yeah, it's sad that it's just gathering dust right now, because yeah, so far haven't had a use for it, let's say it like that. Then there was this magnet. Well, it's a little puzzle, and it's just, I put it here besides all my other important magnets, you know, things I've done, my keepsakes with friends. So it's there, and it's hanging there just to be looked at every now and then. And there was this book, the potato cookbook. I'm not sure if I made a recipe out of this. I don't know, maybe I should start this book too, but I have so many. I started so many books, and although there are recipes in the books that I'm not going to make, because, well, I did crab and it was a horrible experience, and I don't like crabs, and there are some things that's not for my taste. So one part of me wants to make every single recipe in the book, and then another part of me is like, that's waste, we're not going to do that. So this one is downstairs. I think you can see it in my videos. Well, it's there on the top shelf on last Friday's video. So this one, I think I've used it, but not sure. At least it's visible in my house. And in that box was this one. I'm not sure. I don't feel like I'm a cap girl. It's been hanging up there somewhere on a hook. I'm more of a sunglasses person, but yeah, I don't know. Probably will be used. I don't know if I used it last summer, but maybe this summer. It's hanging on the ceiling and not in a way, so it's still here. July had an item that I did use, so I can't show it to you, but there were 2 items from the same company, and I still have the soap. And the other one was a hand cream, very strong lemon hand cream, which I've used because with my work you get really dry hands and lips and hair, and that was in my handbag and I used it until it was all gone. But I still have the soap because I have plenty of soap, so it's just waiting until the other one is empty or gone. I've plenty of soaps, you know, so just haven't came around to use it. So, but definitely will, because it smells nice. And then there was a picture. I have to go downstairs, so give me a second. Okay, I'm downstairs with the picture. This one, the tiny one. This one was painted by my grandmother. So there's a bit of Ireland and a bit of the Netherlands. And yeah, I put it up there, and I still feel like those two fit perfectly together, you know. Maybe there need a bit more of those smaller ones, but who knows, someday. But it's a lovely picture of a view of Ireland, and of course the view of the Netherlands. So yeah, we're at August, my birth month. Yay. Anyway, there was tea, and look, I have used it because I love this tea, so I have been using it. But I only drink tea on colder days. When it's getting warm, I just drink water, you know. And I love coffee, so coffee, tea. But there's tea everywhere right now. It doesn't matter. Like, and this, I'm using this every time I'm using this, or whatever kind of tea I'm using, or even with the coffee cups. I have one of those Nespresso machines, and if I use one of those cups, this one fits nicely with a cup to bring it to the trash, you know, garbage bin, how you call it. And there was these playing cards, and I haven't used this, and it's so stupid because, well, I've talked about my cruise. I went on a cruise and we forgot any type of game, so I bought Danish playing cards on a cruise. But maybe I should put these in my travel bag and give the Danish ones away or something. I don't know. But we haven't even used the Danish ones. We bought another stupid game, and then a few days later I bought Uno. So that's a fan favorite in my friend group. So yeah, this one has been standing there since I got it, I think. So yeah, that was August already. And September was sheep themed, I think, but there was also a lot of berries. I do not really like chamomile tea. So is there a recipe that I can use this in, maybe, because so far I haven't been able to serve this to anybody. Nobody wants chamomile tea in my family and friend group, so yeah, that's a bit of a miss for me in this box. But tea keeps fine. Best before is 2027 April, so keep it until I think it's good to throw away if I haven't used it. And then there was this cute little sheep. This had multiple spots. So for first it started on my night table, and then it stood in the living room, in the window shelf, you know. But right now I think it's going to get a place with the rest of my stuffed animals, because, well, won't be lonely with the rest of them. Cute little sheep. And then there was another sheep item, but I have to go downstairs. So the next item, I am walking downstairs. Good thing to walk the stairs and talk. But this is the bag with sheep and this item. But I'm using this as my, you know, gym bag. There's a bottle in here, and you know, I try to go to the gym at least 2 times, hopefully 3 times a week. So yeah, it's always there, just so I can grab it and go and just fill my bottle, clean towel, you know, all things you use in a gym. So weekly use for that bag. So that was a good item for me. Already at October. In October there was a cookbook. Oh, I'm sorry, that I used often, and I'm ready to cook from this book whenever I'm done with filming this. So yeah, Essential Irish Farmhouse Cookery. I have no idea how many recipes I've already done, but yeah, I like this one, and I think you know why. You know, pictures. I have a reference picture, and I love reference picture. So I just, yeah, and 2 recipes that are planned. But one recipe is a time-consuming recipe. But maybe you can give me some advice now I'm talking about this, because I need white grape juice concentrate. Can I just use like a grape lemonade concentrate thing, or is it something completely different? And my mom, she gave me advice, just can't you make your own concentrate by just juicing grapes? She has the equipment for that. So if I need 100 milliliters, can I just juice my own grapes and then reduce it until it's a concentrate? But I think I only need 50 milliliters, so maybe that's possible. I don't know, but if you have some advice, please do. So yeah, and then we had a candle, which I've used. Like, there's other things in here. This is my craft room, as you could see, and whenever I use like beads or like these shiny stones, or just fake stress stones, you know, for my bedazzling, I put them in here. I don't know, I'm a sucker. I can't throw things away, so beads that are, well, not enough to be used anymore, I can throw them away. And the empty container of a candle. So maybe a request for me in a future box, because I know a lot of companies do this, just put a refill of the candle in the box, because I feel like most people And if you're not one of them, it's okay. So that's nice that they just gave the glass container. But let's say a lot of people have containers or like dishes they can put candles on. So a refill would be, in my case, very, very nice, because I have so many things, empty containers, especially for candles, because I love candles. The scented ones are amazing. So we're still at October. There was a gorgeous tea towel, this one with Ireland on it. I have plenty of tea towels that are still perfectly, so this is just one of those items. I don't know what to do with it. Part of me thinks it's too pretty to use as a tea towel, and the other part of me is like, no, whenever the other tea towels are, well, not usable anymore, we'll use this one. And it's the same with this item. An oven mitt, oven glove, oven gauntlet. I have read so many words for this one. But part of me still wants the second one to be able to grab it out of the oven and put it back in if it's necessary. But same print as the bag. And right now I have perfectly fine gloves downstairs. The pink one with the Care Bears. I think you've seen them. They're there. And as long as they work, I'm going to keep this nice and clean. I have used it for a video, I think, but yeah, I'm using the things that I'm started using already, and then when it's necessary, I have this waiting. So that was October, and that was the first month that they didn't send any food in it. So yeah, that's sad, but I think we managed, you know. We are at November, and there were, more sheep. This is just socks. I have these in my closet and I'm wearing them, but these are long socks, and I prefer the ankle socks, like the millennial that I am likes the ankle socks. So these are being used, but not as often, and that's why they're still good, because I don't know why, but socks, you change them often and I have to buy socks often. So yeah. And then there was an item, the salt pot. I don't know, stick an Irish word on it and I'm okay with it. But this, I have a pretty good salt pot with a lid and a spoon. That's a set. So just having this like this on a counter with salt, it's not for me, and I have no use for this. So do you use it as a salt pot? And if you don't use it as a salt pot, what are you using it for? Because I need some ideas, because it's so sad that I have this lying around and don't have any use for it, because it's just here. And then there was something I'm saving because I have a cat, and that's this blanket. It's a lap blanket, and all my clothes have like the little hooks of thread out of it, because her nails, and the moment I sit down, she wants to sit on my lap and everything is ruined. And it's okay. I often don't wear anything new when I know that I'm sitting downstairs. So she can ruin anything I'm wearing, but I keeping some things away from her, you know. So yeah, November. Already at December, and in December was this book. And this book I brought on the cruise, and we sat on the deck in the sun, and I read 5-10 pages, definitely no more. And it's very easy to read, and it was very lovely to read, but my attention span is like this big, so I get distracted very easily. I mean, I joked to the boyfriend the other day that I need to get tested because I have something's wrong with me. I mean, I'm fine with having it, but I think I drive a lot of people crazy with my chaosness. Anyway, this book, I keep it. Hopefully someday I have enough attention to get through it, because it looks it already looks like I've been through it a million times. But yeah, next item that's hanging here is just, I put it this morning on the right month. It was this lovely 2026 calendar. But if you know Dutch tradition, you might have heard about the calendar on the toilet tradition. And I am very Dutch in that way, that I have a big calendar on the toilet, on the inside of the door of my toilet. And yeah, it's so easy. When you first thing in the morning, everybody has to pee. You see what you have to do that day. Like, I have to work from that time to that time, or even late at night. Oh, what do I have to do tomorrow, and what time I have to be able to wake up for work. Do I have to work? You know, it's always there. I think it sounds like a very stupid tradition that we have, but it's so very handy. But okay, so the book, and then the calendar, and then there was this nice scarf. I put shawl again, but I think it's called a shirt. Anyway, I have used this last winter, so this is definitely a stay. But my mom made me this incredible scarf, shawl, cap, which is amazing. So I switched those up, depends on how cold and how windy it is, but this one has been used, so great item. And then there was this pendant, which I have, yeah, you can just hook here, and I put it on there one day with some other items, you will see, and it hangs there. Don't have anything more to say about that. So let's go to 2026. For January, I have to go downstairs because there was an item somebody gave me some advice on. But let's go through the other items first, because there was this bracelet. And the thing is, I got my jewelry case list. I have two other Connemara marble bracelets, and the thing is, I do love hearts and pearls, but this one is my favorite, and it's because, well, this one is ardent, this one has pink, my favorite color, and this one has pearls and the Delftsblauw for my boyfriend. So I often wear these three together, but in that box was this one. So it's a bit too chunky for me, I think, but I don't know. I have my favorite jewelry pieces, you know. Right now, I'm not wearing any earrings, but I often wear the same. I now have two, like, studs with pearls and like hanging. Depends on what I'm doing, but the studs are my to-go earrings. Anyway, there was the bracelet, and then there was this one. I think I've showed it a couple of times. I'm using it. This is my food diary / gym, like running, health. This is basically my health diary. I think you know that I have 3D printing, and I printed this. So I can make these perfectly lines. But yeah, there came a pen with this. So I'm using this almost every day. There are days like this is April 9, 10, 11, 12. I just didn't track anything, but this pen is here with the book. It's always here. And there were these socks, which very nice socks, very soft. Haven't worn them often. Same as the other socks. So yeah, I will wear them some days. I did have worn them, but like I said, the ankle socks definitely favorite. So yeah, let's go downstairs for the last item. Okay, I am in my kitchen, and I think whenever I put it my stand like this, you can see it. It's the St. Bridget's cross up there, and I think one of you on YouTube told me that I have to put it above the door. So this is my back door, and I put it there. So hopefully it brings some luck or prosperity. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm such a mess. Chaotic. My head is just as chaotic as everything else, and maybe more. So yeah, it's there. So in February there were 3 items, and the first one is this. I mean, I'm using it. There's some makeup in here, makeup that I don't use often. So this is just standing here with some makeup in it that every now and then will get used. So, and then there was this, more of the Three Sisters. It's got the stationery paper. I don't know. I think when I took the video, I didn't know, and I still don't know what to do with this. It's probably going to gather more dust, but yeah. It's so sad that I have to talk in a way about that. It's like, I don't want to talk bad about items because somebody worked on it, and it's nice. It's just not for me. And then, like I said about the bracelet, I can't remember, but there was this necklace with the pendant with doeges on it. It's in my jewelry box. I think I wore it a couple of times in videos, but I wear this and I almost never take it off. So, and with long nails, I always have long nails these days. It's just horrible to put it on and take it off. So yeah, it's just waiting there to be used, and it's small, so it's there. And I probably will wear it another time when, well, the time is right. So yeah, that was the February box. I think we're at March, because yeah, March and April were the 2 months that I got 2 boxes. So I'm a bit, what did I get in which box? But I think the March box from the My Ireland box was this pin. I think I wore it at Easter. Like I said, I forget to wear things like this. It's just sitting somewhere waiting to be used. And then there was these earrings. I can use them. See, that's why I forgot to wear earrings, because now I can put these in. I do like dainty earrings like this. I have a lot of cheap big ones that I used to wear a lot, but these days this is more my style. Anyway, there was another sheep which will be together, so they both aren't lonely. And there was this thing, which is too big for my head. I don't know. Like I said, maybe this one is better for me than the cap. This one. But I don't know. I feel like I don't have a head anymore for hats. So, and I think we've got food. We've got the chocolate, the Butler's chocolate in there again. So, again, food. And then we're already at the last box. And there were, I think, 2 items. So, the Butlers were in my last box. I think I was mistaken. But more sheep. There's this nice board. I just haven't had a use for it. It's a very heavy board. It's just solid wood. It's just, I haven't had a use for it. It's like, it was my last box. Went away. So just something, not sure yet. But like I said, it was the last box. And then I got one of these towels again, which same as the other tea towels, waiting for a day that I have to throw the other ones away. So I think this is all the items that I got in the My Ireland boxes. Did I forget anything? I'm not sure. So yeah, a lot of things are just things to have, you know, lying around. And as you know, I'm doing the Irish Treasure box now for a year. And I told you that I was thinking about getting another box after this year. But after my cruise, I came back after my cruise thinking I shouldn't spend a lot of money on things. So I'm not sure if I will do that. Well, it's months and months away, but yeah, I've got all the things lying here, and most of the things I think I've told you that it's just lying around waiting to be used, because we have so many things in general. So yeah, I have to go put my mind on that, like what am I going to do with everything. And I believe these were in a box too, but I have no idea anymore. Like I said, there were so many things, and well, you've seen what I've used, what I'm using, and I don't know, I think I said it, or maybe I don't, but I like the things that I can use, like soaps and hand creams and body washes and tea, and yeah, that's the thing I prefer in my boxes. Jewelry, I really like. Like I said, I'm a girly girl. I like pink, I like glitter, but most items will gather dust. Let's put it like that. So I'll try to give everything that I haven't used a purpose. But yeah, these are my thoughts. Usable things that you have to get over and over again, because once you use it, it's gone. Or like the refill candles I talked about, I think that's a great thing too. But yeah, let me know what you think, because yeah, I don't know, I think I've talked enough. I'm just lost for words at this moment, so I'm going to put all this away for a day that it will be used. So anyway, thanks for watching if you stuck around for this long, and yeah, hopefully see you next week on Monday with another unboxing, or maybe 2 weeks, depends on how fast they ship and the mail is. So yeah, I can't. That's also a thing. I can't wait for the new box every month, but I also dread all the items that will get addressed. So, bye. I'm going to get cooking.